Welcome to the NEPA Scene Podcast. We're coming to you live from Cole Creative in downtown Wilkes-Barre. I'm Rich Howells. I'm the founder and editor of NEPA Scene.
I'm John Popko. I work in radio for Rock 107, Alt 92.1, and ESPN. And Rich requires that I also say that I am the host of Saturday night's program called Alternatives on Alt 92.1 at 9 o'clock.
And my name's Brittany Boot, and I'm the owner of Boot Photography Studio.
We need to make your intro even longer.
Yeah,
we all need like super long intros.
Brittany
like
Boot,
that.
Esquire.
Tonight we're here with Joe Caviston of the Point After Show and Kenneth Norton, formerly of Grace's Downfall and currently of the Sellout Soundtrack, who both founded the Electric City Music Conference and Steamtown Music Awards, which are coming up this weekend. So we're going to talk about these events, the purpose of the conference, the importance of honoring local musicians, what goes into planning this three-day event, the state of the local music scene and the music industry in general, and much, much more. So please stay tuned for the next hour and leave your comments and questions and everything down below, and we'll definitely address those at some point in the show. We'll try to check in a couple of times, and if you have any questions or things that you want to say to us, by all means, put them right down there in the comments. Even if you hate us, that's fine. We're gonna address the haters too tonight.
I hate us. I don't know.
Now, before the interview, we obviously have some beer to drink. These crowlers right here are from Beer Boys in Wilkes-Barre. They have 72 beers on tap, including 24 from Pennsylvania breweries. Tonight we have Troegenator by Tröegs Brewing Company in Hershey, Grandes Lagos by Great Lakes Brewing Company, and Icy Light by Pittsburgh Brewing, which is one of my wife's favorites.
Is it? I've never had it.
Yeah, it's quite good if you're a fan of like Coors Light, Miller Lite, like that kind of stuff.
I heard that
It
it's
is one step above that.
above that. Yeah. So
It's
interesting.
It's good. So, which one should we start with tonight?
Are you guys drinking?
Yeah, I'll
What do you want to start with?
Anything that ends in an 8, I'm pretty much
Yeah,
in
I'm
on.
cool with
Yeah,
the
I love
Tröegs.
Troegenator.
All right, I got it right.
Now, Troegenator, which should be familiar to anybody who is a craft beer fan, is a double bock that is thick with intense notes of caramel, chocolate, and dried stone fruit. I've had this one before. It's really, really good.
It's like pancakes.
I think I
I've
have
had
some
a
at
stone
home.
fruit.
I know
I'm really excited.
Big Tröegs guy living in Pittsburgh. The brewery's awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
I haven't been there 3 years or so. Maybe 4 years now, actually.
I just want a little one.
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little one.
Now, while he's pouring those out, we also want to give a shout out to the Keys in downtown Scranton, which is one of our sponsors. Now, this Thursday is their weekly open mic, and on Friday and Saturday is the Electric City Music Conference, which we were talking about here. So on Friday, it's Crimson, Alma Mater, Late Waves, Give Up, Taylor Tote, My Life on Film, and Stay Loud. And on Saturday, it's Joe Burke, E57, Lucas Hex, Vicious, Mercy Gang, and Meng Ji. So quite a few different kinds of bands. So if you want a good mix, be sure to check them out. We also have the complete updated guide to every venue on the Electric City Music Conference this weekend, right on the front page of nepascene.com. It's also under the music tab. So if you just pull up the music tab, it's right underneath there. You can check it out at nepascene.com/ECMC for your reviewing convenience. All right, let's try this one.
Oh, yeah, you're the pro over there.
Not really.
Make your own beer, right?
I used to.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was good.
It's a great beer.
That is good stuff.
Doesn't taste 8.2.
No, it doesn't.
Dangerous.
There's a little bit of heat,
It really tastes the stone
but
fruit.
it's not
Yeah.
too bad.
Yeah.
That's the highlight right there.
Big stone fruit guy.
You know,
time I
I
go to
never
the
really
supermarket.
heard the term stone fruit until everyone started putting it in beers.
Well, I have no idea what it is though. Like, is
Me
it
neither.
That's the first time I've heard it.
is it that like weird orange thing?
I don't pick them up
You
at
see with the
Garrity's
spikes
much,
on
but
it
when I
and
do,
And it usually means like the darker fruits.
Oh, okay.
So it's just a fancy word. For,
Okay.
So you didn't see it at Price Drop when you were
No,
trolling,
when I was-
when you were trolling
when I
around
was
Kingston?
Strolling around Kingston. I went over the bridge. I was like, oh, look at those people not doing anything.
The
Over the
the
bridge.
hardware bar is now a dollar store.
Yeah. Oh man, that was so sad.
Do you know Bloomsburg still has a hardware bar?
Yeah.
I'm honestly
The last
not
one
sad
left.
by that because I hated that place. But
It used to be Harry's. Harry's was cool.
Harry's was cool.
awesome.
Harry's was awesome.
A hardware bar paid me very well. Well, not physically to me, but through commissions and
right.
sales dollars.
So you can't say anything about that.
Yeah, Ron, if you're out there, thanks, bud.
I was just gonna say, Ron owns like every bar in Harrisburg.
Yeah.
All the hardware bars are now. They're a mix of like either Joe K's Brew House or Susquehanna Ale Houses. It's all.
I
places
forgot
that
about
has
Joe
all-
K. It was Joe K's down the street at one point.
Yeah, there was a Joe. Yeah, he's
Mulligan
got,
was Joe K's, and then it was gone.
got like 6 or 7 brands, and you know there's still a Bourbon Street in Harrisburg.
I liked Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
You kind of have to
That was my
evolve.
favorite, yeah.
Like if you notice, like now, like even the college kids, like clubbing's like not a thing in these areas anymore.
Right.
You know, it's just not. Like people go to like ale houses or like craft brews a thing. Like
Yeah.
you kind of gotta.
I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, like
I
people
was
even
not a part
Rodano's
of
used to
that
be.
whole clubbing scene.
Yeah,
I
people
don't.
don't do that
I,
anymore.
I tried. I honestly tried to understand it.
You didn't take your jorts and for a stroll to the club?
I did not. I did
Just
not.
seen
And
Kenny's club
and my
face was-
Spider-Man T-shirts and stuff. No, I didn't quite fit in there
All right.
too well. But you know, you try to at least experience it and say, all right, I'm going to give this a try and
Gave it a whirl.
step in. Yeah, exactly.
I remember the first time I went to hardware bar. I had people over my house for a fire. Must have been 21, and I was like, I'm not going there. Like I don't feel like that's not my scene. Like I'm not like it's not gonna be any fun. So we end up going, and within like 20 minutes, I'm like on stage, like with the band, like singing Billy Idol, like having like
Best
more fun,
night ever.
yeah, like than anybody else. Getting nuts.
End up in the chair getting spanked or whatever.
That I
Listen,
avoided somehow.
everybody ended up there.
I avoided
yeah,
that somehow.
When
Did
those
they do
pictures
to
come
girls?
back on
I
my
like
time
it.
hop, I'm like, oh dear. I'm 32. What did you do? Why did everybody take pictures, you
Yeah.
asshole?
The fire,
Where'd you get that
the
phone
fire
from?
was
Yeah.
cool.
Everybody's fucking razor phone. Click.
Yeah.
Got him.
It's all blurry.
Yeah.
Dickheads.
Deniable.
Yeah.
Is their phone?
No, you could tell. They tell it was me.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Club,
Yeah, what are you gonna do? It's the hair.
Yeah.
club gear. Get your club gear.
All right. We also want to support 2 other places. The FM Kirby Center is a sponsor. They have Earth, Wind, and Fire tribute concert on September 23rd. Stephen Stills and Judy Collins on September 27th. Matthew West on September 30th. And Fozzy on October 4th with Chris Jericho. So that's going to be fun. Loyalty Barbershop and Shave Parlor is also advertising with us for the next couple months. So we want you to know they not only have locations in Scranton and Archibald, but they just opened up one in Wilkes-Barre on South Main Street where the old Cafe Metro used to be. So if you're an old Cafe Metro fan, you should definitely go check it out because they still have preserved some of the venue.
That's awesome.
I was
It
just
is.
there yesterday.
It's
Not in Wilkes-Barre, but Scranton.
Yeah.
And I guess he was saying that the Archibald shop still gets this stigma that you have to wait 3 hours for a haircut. And it's not the case. You're not going to wait 3 hours. You probably won't be there for longer than an hour. So
Right, especially since
well, yeah,
they have
the
so many other
Scranton
locations
location
now,
opened
right?
up, and now Wilkes-Barre, so it kind of alleviated the pressure that they
Yeah.
were seeing there. So don't forget about Archibald.
Oh yeah, you would walk in there when that was the only shop, and there'd be people from Kingston, Wilkes-Barre. You would wait 3 hours. Man,
There were
it's
people
worth
that
it.
drove an hour, 2
Yeah.
hours more,
Yeah.
just to get the haircut.
I'll be there tomorrow at noon, getting ready for the music awards.
Getting a fresh cut.
Yep, yeah.
You just get yours done?
Yesterday. Yeah.
Looks good.
My first, my boy Kreger tomorrow for the first time.
Nice.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm usually a gym guy, but yeah, Kreger's gonna see what he could do to me tomorrow. So I'm excited.
Yeah, they did your wedding party, didn't they?
Yeah, that was awesome. So we rented the place. Well, not rented it out. They didn't charge us to rent it, but like we got it to ourselves for an hour in the morning. So all my buddies came in. We got great haircuts. We all got straight razor shaves. It was amazing photos, and they were
Yeah.
great. We all had some beers, and that was when they were still doing the beer with 3 guys, the
Yeah.
loyalty beer. So
Yep.
we all,
Oh, right,
yeah,
yeah.
it was a blast.
I almost did that
That's
too.
awesome.
I was going to do the one in Scranton because we got married at, well, not married at, but reception was at the Radisson. And I'm thankful I didn't because we were going to walk to the Radisson and to the haircuts and then back.
Yeah.
But it rained literally all day.
That's a good call, yeah.
So good thing we didn't do that, but
Yeah.
it's a cool idea.
Yeah, it was fun. It was. I love those guys, and at the time I'm really good buddies with Drew. So like they used to be there. Now he's down in Harrisburg. But yeah, it was a nice little special thing to do. That was like the groomsman gift. You know, we did that, so it was fun. Yeah. Kenny didn't come to my wedding. He didn't show up.
I got kids.
That's it's a great excuse for anything that you don't want to do. You
Yeah,
can get out of it.
It
Right
wasn't even that
away.
I didn't want to do it. It was, okay, no one's going to watch my kids. I got my kids.
Little Weedus was acting up.
Weedus.
So Kenny's kid, his youngest child, the first concert we ever did together, buying on a national, we bought Weedus
From a grath.
for McGrath's
On Halloween.
on Halloween.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just everything we could have done wrong. And then Kenny's baby was born to add on top of it, so Grace's Downfall didn't play, so it
Oh,
just
wow.
hurt the draw more. So forever, his child will be known as Weedus to me. She's
I
little
love that.
Weedus. Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
She'll like it. She'll grow. It'll grow on her.
How old is
Yeah.
she now?
3.
Wow.
She's 3. My oldest is 8.
Jeez, that's crazy.
If they're watching, hi Leah. Hi Elena.
3's fun. 3's a fun age.
Yeah. 8's not.
Yeah, it's not as much.
I can't wait.
Yeah, you're December?
December 31st, yeah.
Yeah. You might have the first baby of the new year.
I hope not. If it's not this year, it better be the first.
We can hear your fur baby outside.
Yeah, my dog Cora's hanging out off stage there a little bit. She's 2, so 14. You know, I get where you're
There
coming
you go.
from. You know, yeah. But she's a good dog.
Well, before we
Oh,
get
she heard her name.
Yeah.
Before we get into the conference, we want to talk about what you guys have been up to lately. So outside of the conference and all that stuff, you've been doing a podcast.
Yeah. So a couple buddies and I, it started out we love fantasy football, and we're together all the time anyway when the football games are on. So we started out just talking about fantasy football, and then we realized that's like a couple months of the year. So
Right.
it kind of evolved into all sports, and then a little bit of like a little music here and there because it's hard for me to get away from that, and then like comedy. Like we're not as crass, which isn't a bad thing because I love it as like a bar stool, but like
Sure.
we have similar content with different takes
Okay.
than them. So you can get a little bit of everything, all sports, a lot of like just our takes on things. So yeah, sports related mostly.
Been doing anything music related in terms of booking or promoting or anything?
Yeah.
Like that?
So we have Michael Graves coming up at the Irish Wolf Pub
Yeah.
on October 8th. And then, should we just make the other announcement now?
Sure.
So then we have Hinder Acoustic coming in November to Thirsties.
Nice.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, so yeah, here first, and we'll announce that again tomorrow night at the award show. And then I think we're going to do a headlining show with Apache Chief coming up. He's playing the conference.
Oh, nice.
He's got a tour with Crazy Town. Crazy Town? Yeah.
That would be their name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crazy Town.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to do a show with him, and then as the new year ramps up, we're going to start doing a lot more shows. We're working with some different venues to develop solid rooms that we can do stuff.
It's really nice with the conference because, you get that little bit of, we don't really take millions of dollars from it.
Right.
A lot of the bands and a lot of the stuff from last year was, where's the money going? It's like, what are you talking about? I paid $4,000 a fucking sound.
We're definitely going to.
I don't think
You
people
know,
understand the cost
but,
of like what it is
yeah.
to
But,
really put it all together.
With the little bit of money we make, we've been trying to put it away, and we're trying to invest in bringing shows back to the area.
Yeah.
Because, SLP and all the other people kind of pulled out, in the cultural center because it's so much money to have a show there, and
Yep.
they're really trying to get the Leonard rolling, and
Was it rolling?
they're trying, and I give Steve Masterson credit. He's really trying to do something down there, but everybody's got to try to work together,
Yeah.
and it's kind of, not that it's unknown, but it's still kind of new. It's
Right.
old new, it's an ancient, it's a very old building. Great room, great acoustics, but they're trying to really build it up, and that's what me and Joe are doing. You can get these not little, even like the singer from Hinder.
pretty
they were
big.
humongous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's the
Yeah,
original
platinum.
singer. It's not like they're, a second singer that's going on a tour. it's their original singer, and they're going to do the show. And you know, there is bars that, you know, okay, we could fit 200 people in. You know, and you just...
We have an all-ages venue coming here to Wilkes-Barre after the
AJ's,
holidays.
AJ's, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I mean, that's you know,
really
there's
cool.
always somebody trying to do something, and we're just trying to do our little piece to keep it going.
Yeah.
You know, playing in Grace's Downfall for a lot of years, we had a good amount of success. And it you know, fizzled out, but, you know, by the time we were playing, like I played Montage Mountain. You know what I mean? Like, we did all right for ourselves. So now it's like I got to see the other side of it with, like, what me and Joe are doing, and I'd like to see bands really have as good and better success than what I had. And that's kind of what I'm trying to push out.
So what have you been up to musically outside of that since Grace's Downfall?
Honestly, I do the Sellout Soundtrack. It's okay. You know, I thought I'd have a little more fun playing cheesy pop music. I didn't, and that's not to sound harsh. It's just not me. You know, I can't go from playing, you know, heavy rock and System of a Down and too much Pearl Jam that everybody hates. It's like Creed. Everybody loves it. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Everybody has a Nickelback CD too, so fuck off. And,
Dude, I love it.
but you know, it's just I went from trying to do that, and it was like an acoustic thing, and it was like, this is just not picking up.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, me and Paulie Young from Panacea, formerly of Panacea, have been talking about getting something going, and we have a little bit in the mix. But we're gonna do it our way. We're not just gonna go ahead and go, well, the bar's like this. Like, we're really gonna go ahead, and it's gonna be what we want to play, and it's going to be heavier because I feel like everybody's playing pop punk. I swear to you, I bartend in 3 of the 4 bands. I worked 3 Saturdays in a row, and they all played Newfound Glory, and
Awesome.
it's great. Like, the bands that played it were fantastic, but it was like, wow, you know, like when I used to play at Hardware. We were talking about Hardware before.
Yep.
It would be Friday and Saturday. It would be the same music with a different band name. And it's almost like 10 years later it happened again, and I'm like, wow, this just can't keep happening.
Right.
You know what I mean, bands, there has to be a little more diversity. And I get it, some people like it, but I mean, some bands play it better than others. Some boys are cuter than others, and I'm not a gay, but I mean, like, that's how it is. You know what I mean? You know, but that's how it is. Like, that's what happens is people go to see a show to see what they look like, what's going on, their energy, how they play.
The performance.
Yeah, you know, and that's very much where it is, and there's just some bands that do it better than others, and everybody's still kind of doing the same thing. You know, it's like I said, you go to Hardware, there's some guys jumping up and down, playing everywhere, and then there's just guys
Just
strumming their guitar, playing, and the guy that's jumping around making a hell of a show is the one that you're going to go see more often.
Right.
You know,
So many variables.
Even if
that go into
the
it.
guy who stands still is maybe even a little bit more talented musically,
exactly.
it doesn't matter. It's
no,
the
people want to see
presentation,
you go bananas.
right?
We always go back to the same band. That's the example of
Who's that?
Five Line.
Oh, man.
I mean, I don't know if would you remember Five Line?
The name, yeah, and
It
I'm
was-
sure I've seen them. I just don't.
So they
Can't
were
recall.
a Murray's band. They were like
Okay.
the band from Carbondale. Like, they were the first guys to ever play music from Carbondale for the most part. It was like Lana Gabriel, and they all went to college in Wilkes, so they had the Wilkes and they had the Carbondale thing. So like they would play anywhere, and there'd be 500 people there
Yeah.
every weekend, and it was because they had a lot of friends that drank, and they were good musicians. I mean, Jesse Vipod was in it for a little while, Billy Osuski, the late great Ivan Karosis, Kelch was in it for a little while, Zach Kelch. You know, like they had it, and they had this amazing following, and they were doing good, but it was because people wanted to party with them and have fun. They were good
Yeah.
musicians, and they were fun, but it was more that everybody wanted to party with them. So you know, that's
Sure.
what it comes down to sometimes.
But I mean, look at the success. You know, Nate Hosey has. He's
Nate
on
was in
these-
Five Line, yeah.
What's he charting on country charts
Yeah.
right now?
I
Hit
think
number
so, yeah.
15
You know,
song
he's
in the
like
country
15
couple
on
times.
I saw
iTunes.
him on like the main page of like Apple or
Yeah,
iTunes.
and
or
I mean,
whatever.
I
I'm
look
like,
at
is
that,
this
and it's
fucking
like
for real.
It's
Yeah.
like Nate was playing the Stone Elephant. Nate was playing
Yeah.
all the same bars I am.
Murray's, yeah.
I remember. I think it was Guido went ahead and said to me, he's like, if he ever went country, it'd be humongous. And I was like, well, yeah, probably.
Don't give Guido that credit.
I'm giving Guido credit.
Don't you
I'm
dare.
sorry. But he went ahead and say it,
kidding.
and
Nate's really pretty too.
but I mean, Nate,
Yeah.
like I said,
Fucking
he's a
jaw.
but I mean, like he's a good-looking kid, and he's meant to play country, and he
Yeah.
just has that.
Man, is
He's
he-
from Lakeland. He has the best Southern accent I've ever heard.
He's good looking. He's talented, and he's just a fucking nice guy.
Oh, he's the
all
nicest dude.
the
he's
nicest
how
human.
the fuck does this happen?
You know, and like you're like, man.
He's also got a very successful TV show,
Yeah.
hunting show
Yeah,
or whatever.
I
Too.
just hope he
Yeah.
doesn't get Scott stabbed for his good looks. You know what I mean? Like, so people just start hating him. He doesn't deserve that. He's a good guy.
Yeah, that song. I mean, I'm not a country music guy, but it's. I listen to it. I'm like, it has everything that a country music song's supposed to have, and I understand why it's 15 in the country.
Yeah,
know,
you
like,
don't have to be a country music guy to go ahead and go, oh, I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh,
I don't
I
think
get it.
I've seen him like promote that at all.
No,
Mm-mm.
I country music's a world that I don't understand. It just kind of like it's its own engine and machine. That and electronic music, I don't
But
understand.
what I'm saying is that he's not like out there bragging like I had the number
Oh, no.
15, you know, whatever. Like, it's like because he's just not like that. It's
No,
just
not
crazy.
at all, yeah.
It's crazy. Good for him.
Yeah, good guy.
So how have your respective backgrounds that we've touched on a little bit played into how you organize the conference and maybe its origins?
Well, I mean, I've been booking shows since I was 18. Really quickly realized I didn't have any musical ability, but I really like shows. I like being part of the scene. So I just started putting on my own shows. I think the first couple I did was like at Underwood Skate Park, like way back when.
Yeah.
Couple dome shows.
Okay.
Fagans. I mean, Mike did a couple shows. Fagans. Yeah, Mike did.
Wow.
Yeah. Mike did a couple shows.
We went for Just Surrender there.
Yes, you did.
Wow, that was...
That was an ECI show. So, yeah, Mike Fagan basically responsible for my music career. And, yeah, he had a show. He did a couple shows with ECI. And, you know, I was like the kid who didn't like ECI. And so I came in and we started doing shows. And, like, I don't know what... I had no bankroll. I had no experience. And I don't know what agents were thinking back then. They were just like, we'll give you these shows. So I did like I Am the Avalanche there, which is wild. If you look at that flyer, the Menzingers and Title Fight sold tickets to open that show, which is wild. They were both on that show. And then Melded,
awesome.
Which is like at Kuzo's first project.
Yep.
And
Everything he touches turns to gold.
It's
I don't
so
care what
good,
anybody
right?
said. Ed's
Ed's
stuff is...
unbelievable. He's my favorite musician.
She was one of our first guests.
But I mean, like, I love the fact that I used to go to, like, Denny's after a show and he'd just be drinking coffee.
Yeah.
He used to be sitting there drinking coffee, like, Ed, what's up, bud? And, like, I didn't really know him. Like, Yenish knew him, and he's like, what's up, man? And he'd just get real deep in life and be like, all right, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, I just came for some moons over my hammy or maybe
All right.
an All-American Slam. And
Ed was a
You know?
Denny's guy. He was always there.
just a humble guy, too.
Yeah, oh, so humble. It was another just great dude. And so we did, you know, I started doing shows there, and then I realized, like, that music was a business, and got into business with ECI, and was doing shows at Croc Rock and Club Energy.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Croc Rock, R.I.P. Club Energy. That used to be, like, down here.
Croc
Club
Rock got
Energy?
torn down.
So yeah, I saw pictures
How about
today.
that?
It's crazy.
That's so
I saw
sad.
pictures
Joe
today.
Clark. Like,
I mean, it's sad, but at the same time, you're like, you know, like,
You kind of know why.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
still.
7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Joe Clark, the owner of Croc Rock,
Yeah.
is originally from Carbondale, Pennsylvania.
Are you from
Oh, that's
Carbondale?
I am from Carbondale.
I
yes.
got that.
Yeah.
I was.
oh, I don't know how you should take that.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that either. Did I give off a big Carbondale vibe?
Oh, you're
try
from
not to say
Carbondale,
it.
huh? Enough said.
Yeah. But yeah, Joe, and so I was doing shows with them, and then
Is there anybody I haven't offended yet?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from West Scranton.
Nah, I got
Alright.
that.
No, it's
Felt-
not West
felt
Side.
less-
I'm not from
felt
Compton.
less-
I'm from West Scranton. I
You
don't
should
throw
not
up the
call
W.
Talkback 16 saying use guys.
These guys. How great is that train?
Amazing.
Yeah.
How great is that
Oh,
train?
dude.
I'll tell
Put
you
So
though,
Scranton back on the map.
Oh,
when they did
man.
the follow-up though,
Scranton always
half
finds
of
a
those had
way.
to be faked.
They had
Like,
to be
half
right.
of those were like some
Oh, yeah.
asshole like calling
Yeah.
in with the
That-
fake
yeah.
accent.
Use guys.
Yeah, it was
The one
like
about the Yingling
it was
and
too
the
over the top.
1, 2, 3 wings or whatever.
Yeah.
That one had to be.
Well,
Yeah.
I was pissed off at him because he said 1, 2, or a couple. He said 1,
Couple,
2,
2,
3.
3.
but he didn't say tree.
couple, 2,
he
3.
said 3. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you fuck, you blew it.
You.
You
Yeah.
fucking blew it.
It
Yeah.
was set up. Yeah.
3.
Be like, Jew? No, Jew? Let's go.
Jeet yet?
Gee.
G yet?
Jeet?
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it just it
Poor
spiraled.
dog out there.
Yeah, I know.
Why can't she? Can she come in?
I don't want her knocking the cords over and stuff.
I already broke a couch.
Yeah.
She can't do much
We're
worse.
just gonna trash the place.
Yeah. Let's take care of it. Let's burn this mother down.
Is
Yeah.
that cool, Gerard?
Yeah.
And the live feed's gone.
Drive takes off the
people are gonna
headphones
think
and
we're burning
throws
this
them on
mother
the
down now
ground.
they lost the live feed.
I've had enough.
Yeah, they lost the live feed. They're really doing it.
It just goes like,
Yeah.
stand by.
Yeah.
Can we add sound effects to like sirens and shit?
We need like the
Soundboard.
radio sound effects.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, so
There's
it
a
just
laser.
it led to Eleanor Rigby's eventually, and we opened that up. Basically, we were doing a stage on Warped Tour every year,
Yep.
and we would do Battle of the Bands to basically fund the stage, and we did one of Fagan's. Well, that was before me. They did one of Fagan's, and that's why I hated them. But then I realized what was going on, and we were doing one down here at Club Energy in the basement, and like something happened that Club Energy had to close, and we had nowhere to do the Warped Tour that year in the Scranton area. So I called. Fagan's had just closed. I called and said, "Hey, like, can we rent the place for like a night?" And she was like, "No, but here's what it is if you want to own it." And we were like, "Let's own it." And we started it and did it for 2 years. And through that, I mean, I've known Kenny before that.
It's true.
Kenny just walked into my college apartment one night.
Oh,
and he
man.
stopped
Listen to this.
with
We didn't even know
Yanis.
each other.
We didn't- yeah,
I was with
no.
Yanis,
Yeah.
and I think I was friends with Stefko, and that made you very upset, too. But I walk in with
Right,
Yanis, and now
You're
me
friends
and,
with Drew.
me and Yanis are wanderers. I mean, we're stoned. We're just fucking. I mean, I'm like 20.
Yeah.
I gave that up years ago. But here we are, walking around this party at ESU. Our buddy Drew brings us. He was like the originator of Grace's downfall. He's like, yeah, man, we're going to go party. And like downstairs at this party, like they're playing beer pong. There's like, everyone's going nuts. Next thing you know, this musclehead starts to fight me. And Yanis like, no, I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, the
So we
kids
start
upstairs.
wandering this apartment. We don't know where the fuck we are. End up in Joe's room.
I didn't have a door.
There's two kids up there that are just like eyeballing everybody, just pissed off. I'm like, well, they did all the coke, so let's not be mad with them. So like,
They were wild. Those kids
oh
lived
man,
upstairs.
they were nuts.
Just they lived in a college apartment building and hated college kids, but loved me and my roommates. They like come to our parties and they just want to kill all the college kids. It was
Some-
wild.
me
Never
and-
saw anything like it before.
Yanis and I wander into Joe's room and just start. I think we just start smoking weed in your room, and Joe comes up. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing in my room?" And we're like,
There's no
"Oh."
door.
I'm like, "Hey man, what's up?" They were fighting downstairs. You want to smoke? He did. He did, and that was the beginning of a friendship.
That's a
Yeah.
cool story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know?
I remember that Yanis was the first person I ever smelt wearing patchouli.
Oh
So would
God.
you
didn't know
say
what it
that
was.
weed brings people together?
Yeah, why not?
Fuck yeah. see?
Sure. Hey,
Legalize it.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, tax money. You know, you're a big tax money guy.
Fuck man.
That's
I
right.
hear that. But yes, and then through there, Grace's Downfall, when we had the venue, was the biggest band in the area. They were bigger than a lot of the nationals coming in. So Kenny probably opened every major show we had at the venue, murdered it all the time, and we got to be even more friends through that until then he didn't talk to me for a while because the last show that they did there, like a guy died or whatever.
Oh man, some dude ended up. It was Strength for a Reason. was
Strength for a
playing.
Reason, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and they're getting the lifetime achievement, but Strength for a Reason played, and the circle pit breaks open, and now it's like an old roller skating rink or some shit up there at Eleanor
Yeah, yeah.
Rigby's. And this kid just gets fucking lit up,
He had a sick-
smashes his skull on the ground, starts
Yeah.
bleeding out, and he starts having a seizure. Well, Natalie from when she was in Grace's, she had a seizure disorder, so she starts taking care of the guy. Here's me going, I'm probably not going to play tonight. I
She
think
yelled-
we're going to go.
She yelled, "Who has tampons?" Remember?
Yeah,
Remember we started
she-
throwing tampons and pads, and that's what we.
Yeah, and,
clogged
and
his
she
head up
took
with.
care of the guy.
And he
But
was
like,
okay?
yeah,
Yeah, he was.
yeah.
And he didn't even try to sue. He was awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, like
I
I
after
was
that,
gone already.
it
I
was
had
like,
signed the papers. I didn't,
I was
but
like,
yeah,
you know what? I think
awesome
we're just
dude.
gonna call it a night, and we're gonna go
Yeah.
home.
He had
Yeah.
a
That-
cyst or something on the back of his head that burst
Yeah,
when he hit the ground. It wasn't just like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
but I mean, that was wild, and
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
wild.
Was, but we didn't play that night. We just
No,
went
they
ahead and
didn't.
said, we're just- you know what? Let's call it a night.
Yeah, it's
the end of the
probably-
heart.
probably a
That's
good
pretty
idea.
traumatic.
It
Yeah.
was the end of the Heart On Festival,
Yeah,
Valentine's Day Festival. It was awesome. I had already signed the paper. I mean, not awesome that the kid got hurt, but like I had the earlier signed my papers to leave, so I had no responsibility fall upon me. So it kind of felt a little, yeah. It was scary though. It happened a couple times there.
real scary.
Yeah, but yeah. So then through there, we both helped out Guido with the Steamtown Original Music Showcase when he was doing it.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
then he, he stopped doing that to do his other endeavors, and we all kind of sat down and we were like, hey man, like, we were both talking about this, spitballing, and, there's kind of a hole in it. And he was like, yeah, as long as you don't like just straight up copy it and rip it off, like make it your own thing, you're good to go. So we had already had our different changes, and we made the changes. And I think Guido and I tried to launch the Steamtown Music Awards for like 3 years, and it just never worked out. It didn't happen. So we just, from there, we kind of went.
Yeah, we just pretty much, the main thing
It's
about
gonna
the
happen.
awards is we didn't want it to be like this thing where you can wear a suit and tie, you can have fun, you know what I mean? But like, we want it to be like, everybody get together and talk. Everybody have a good time. If you win an award, cool. If you don't, still be cool. It's not like we're giving them
That
our
is
best
what it's
friends.
like.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't vote. I don't vote on this shit. I don't.
we don't.
Personally, I don't
say
care.
that.
I just want to get every musician in there, like, because like I play Friday, I play Saturday. I don't see, like, you're talking about, the guys from University Drive. I don't see them, so they're gonna be here, so I can talk to them. It's like, and I can go, I love your music, and I can say it to whoever. You know what I mean? Because like we all play so much, so to have it on a Thursday, you announce this is when it's gonna be. Everybody can get that night off and be there, and you get to see everybody. It's more so just about having a good time, talking to everybody, than it is, I won an award.
I think
you know
that
what I mean?
shines through. Like last year was the first year that I was ever there, and immediately just the whole vibe in the room. Like, not that no one was paying attention to who was winning, but it was like everyone was just more interested in being around each other.
Exactly.
And like
Right.
hanging out
That's
and
what
like
I'm going for.
bullshitting and having fun and just
That's
like
pretty much it.
Yeah. The
You
first
know?
year, it was kind of like, the first year was smaller, and there weren't as many people, and there was tons of drama, and it was wild, like stuff that I never, like stuff that like I would hear out loud, and I'd be like, get out of here, like this is actually a thing. And then like every year it gets less and less because people kind of like, once you experience it once,
there's just no room for that.
Yeah, if you come, you just like completely understand it once you're there once, and you're like,
Right.
all right, I get it. Like it's not about being the best.
But that's the thing, though.
You
Like,
know,
if there's
It's about
somebody,
supporting each other.
Exactly.
if there's people that are talking shit and going ahead and doing it, like, we're not really
think that's what people feel
listening. You know what I mean? Like, we're
discluded.
not,
Yeah.
it's to the point where we're not listening. Why? Oh, okay, cool. You're not happy about it. Like, everybody can go on Yelp and say they're not happy about something, too. Like, everybody's going to
You
critic.
can't please everybody.
You know,
just
and that's
can't.
the thing, though. You just got to please who's happy, and that's pretty much what we're trying to do. It's
Yeah.
like I said, like this year's going to be. I think it's going to be so much better because even with the performances, it's not just like, oh, we're going to come up and play some songs. Like the guys from Behind the Grate are going the extra mile for it.
Yeah.
Like they're really going ahead and they're going the extra mile to make it something, and it's like, wow, you know what I mean? Like people are going out of their way to do this a little bigger and a little better, and that's what you hope for. You know what I mean? Like, we're not out here begging people to play. Like, we're out, hey, you want to play? You know what I mean? Like, we get some people that ask, and you're like, we'd love to have you, but, these people did more this year. They have an album. They did, they're putting an album out. They're playing these concerts. They're doing this. Like, they should be recognized. And that's what you want to do. You want to recognize people that are out grinding, out playing, out touring. And that's what we're trying to do with the conference award. It's the people that have such good social media presence too, that you're like, wow, like these guys are out there.
Exactly.
Let's recognize that, and that's really what this year's become. Like that thing with Lucas Hacks,
Yeah, and Big Country.
Big Country, they're gonna do
hip hop
something.
and country collaboration.
You know
like
what I
that's
mean?
gonna be
Like,
kind of cool.
I haven't seen that since Nelly and Tim McGraw. How cool!
Or Nelly and Florida Georgia Line.
But
They did
I
it.
hate that band. I hate Florida
Just sell
Georgia.
it.
They're humongous.
Nelly's
but-
got country cred.
Yeah.
That's wild that he's done two.
Hot
country
shit.
creds
Sorry.
already.
I was 16 again. But no, and it's just everybody's kind of doing an extra mile or so they stand out.
Yeah.
And that's the cool part is people just to get on stage and go ahead and go, all right, we have this 5 minutes and we have 600 people in Vinny's bar that holds 200.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do.
Yeah, it is crazy.
You know?
Allegedly, the fire marshal's watching. We have 200.
So we never have more than, we never have more than 175
Yeah, exactly.
people in the building at one time.
But I mean, this year we're fencing off the parking lot, like part of the parking lot out front. So there'll be a beer tent outside.
That'll be
There's gonna
awesome.
be food outside.
Oh, it's going to be a trip
yeah.
this year.
They just added the expansion too. So
They just put the
that
expansion
helps,
on,
yeah.
so another like couple thousand square foot,
Brand new stage.
brand new
sound
stage,
system.
sound system, lighting, same old Vinny. But that's okay. He had some.
Yeah,
He
we're
called
trying-
me on the way up here, and he had like a bunch of one-liners. He was trying to tell me some one-liners to throw out on here. None of them are appropriate for the air, so
Well,
my
of
mom
course
might be
not.
watching, so I don't want to say it. But he did.
Can't be
Yeah,
worse than I've said so far.
yeah.
I think I want to hire Vinny to do my commercial.
Yeah.
There you go.
Have you seen Vinny's commercials? You don't want to hire
I
Vinny.
think I
to
do.
do
Seen any of
commercials.
those.
I've heard them.
Oh man, telling little kids where just. I love Vinny to death, but it's like, oh, the line, buddy.
Uh,
You just stampede of the clitoris. You gotta calm down.
Mashing.
My favorite was when I see Jordan there, kind of like laughing and shaking his head, like,
We hear him laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that must have been good.
That won't hit.
yeah.
Now, since we brought up the drama and the people who do that shit, there were three things that I see all the time that people say that I've refuted several times. I know you've refuted several times. So I just want to get them out of the way because I personally can't stand armchair critics and people who don't do anything to contribute but have all this shit to say.
Right.
So the one we've addressed it a little bit, that you're making tons of money from this and jumping into piles of it like Scrooge McDuck
Yeah.
on the backs of all these poor local musicians.
So we legitimately, and this is no word to lie, made enough to get an order of fries at the Glider Diner, gravy fries.
The first year,
I swear to God,
we were
that's
legitimately
it.
counting money, going, oh fuck,
Yeah.
oh, we're close.
Yeah, we're like,
We're
gonna-
close, and I'm going, oh, we owe Magda
Yeah.
like $1,800, and we're counting the money, going, I paid a door guy $200, and the door took in $100.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah,
I
we
lost
were
$100 there. I'm like,
Someone had said that
alright.
to me, and I was like, I don't think it's like that.
So
we get
necessarily
done.
like
Oh,
that.
That's
And-
why I think it's important
Yeah.
to just address that.
Legitimately,
Yeah.
at the end of it, we owed sound out on the last night, and I think we made $1,830, and we made $30. And
Yeah.
we went over to Glider and went, okay.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like,
Like,
sounds
didn't
about
even-
right.
And I had just moved to Harrisburg. It legitimately, I didn't, over 3 days. Was it 3 days the first year?
no, the first year was only
It was,
2.
it was like 3 performances Friday
Yeah.
and then like the full day Saturday.
Yeah,
We had, Endless Mike and the Beagle Club. That was like it on Friday.
yeah.
And we took like I didn't even make enough money for gas over 3 days of work that I worked a year on
Right.
to do. You know, so this is legitimately like the benefit of the Electric City Music Conference is that if it pays for itself, it's awesome. You know what I mean? Like if it
Yeah.
covers its expense and then we have gas money to get home or we can get like the glider afterwards or whatever is amazing for us. And then what it is it's where we want to work in the music scene and we want to put on concerts. We want to do that. This like puts this weird vibe in the air for about a month before it and about 2 months after it where everybody's excited about music. And it's good for the music scene for things like this to happen. And the same thing with the showcase, like, or I mean, yeah, the original music. What the hell was it?
Steamtown
Original
Original
Showcase did the
Music
same thing every year.
Sure.
It would just like light this little fire, and it's good for everybody to know that there's all these bands out there. It puts different bands in front of different people. Different bands meet, and this is huge networking. I mean, on Saturday, the stuff that we're doing is really cool and giving people opportunities. So like, a healthy music scene is good for everything else we do.
You're building relationships, and I'm
Exactly.
glad that's why I like that you guys call it like a conference because that kind of incorporates the business aspect of it, where networking comes into play and being able to build relationships with people that have similar interests than you, or as you come into play. You know, so like
Yeah,
all
sure.
those things could only obviously work for the better for everybody in the community on every aspect of it.
Yeah, and that's all we want to do with it. Is just if everybody has a good time and it's a good thing for the music scene.
It is a good
really,
time.
Yeah, I mean, I know exactly.
Yeah, I
the
mean, like
comment you're
even
talking
like
about.
even the award show.
Why didn't we book Metallica or something
Right.
with the money we made?
You know, the
Right.
award show. It's like
Sorry.
it's free for all the
That-
bands.
That's the other thing is like
Yes.
the
You know,
award
it's-
show.
it's free.
It's
It's-
free.
This, yes.
You know,
It's more
and they're
or
getting
less
free
free.
awards.
and the awards.
have
It's
to be
not
paid
like
for.
Yeah,
You know?
the awards had to be paid for.
they're sharp. The awards were very sharp the 1 year because we got them from China.
Oh, they
They were
were
a little cheaper.
Yeah.
They were very sharp.
year
Yeah.
2. Oh, there people were getting.
I liked
cut
the
and
flasks.
poked.
Right?
Yeah.
Flasks were cool.
We got a little heat for the flasks.
We got some heat for the flasks, so we moved away from them this year
Because not everyone drinks.
because some people were in recovery and
Oh,
you know
man,
it was a
like-
little insensitive of us. So we have a cool. We never unveiled the award until
Yeah,
the,
I was gonna
the
say,
night
I was
of.
like totally wanted
It's
to
always
ask.
a
I was like, I know
surprise.
he's not gonna let us know.
This year's they're different than anything we've ever done. They're beautiful. They're really different and they're of course music themed and stuff. But yeah, it's always a surprise, and we're never probably. I mean, till we maybe run out of different things to do. But now, since like we thought we had a winner with the flasks.
Yeah, I
We
loved that.
really thought we had a winner with the flasks, and we got like if it was one person, but we got like a legitimate like a few like serious like think about this thing. So we're like, all right, so let's just do something different every year. So that's going to be kind of our thing now. We'll just different
Right.
design or different something every year of it. So we're going to try to do that.
That makes sense.
First
Yeah.
year, I mean,
First year we tried to be organic and do it ourselves, and Joe spray painted some. What was it? The albums or something?
Yeah,
He
I almost
spray
ended up in
painted
the
them
hospital. So like, I lived in an apartment at the time, and we just got a bunch of old records, and I took letters, letter by letter, stickers. I spelled out everybody's name that won the awards, put the stickers on the records, and then spray painted them gold with metallic gold spray paint, which is the worst thing apparently in the world to ever inhale. And then one by one peeled off each letter so that it would reveal the black behind it. And then I was just like, I don't even care if I had to spend $1 million of my own money to buy awards. I'm just gonna buy them. I like if we lost everything, we would have done that to never make them again. You know,
Right.
it just wasn't worth it. But yeah, we have fun with it.
Well, there's that. There's it's all in who you know, and the voting's all rigged. It's all rigged because I didn't win. Is essentially what it comes down to.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand people get passionate about it. I don't vote. I don't vote for that reason. I don't care who. Well, not that I don't care who wins, and Kenny doesn't vote either.
And that's the thing it's just like the whole flat Earth thing. Like, who benefits
Right.
from lying to everyone about the Earth being round?
Right.
In this case, how does it how would it benefit you in any way whether this guy wins or this guy wins? It doesn't. It has no effect on it. That's what I don't get about why people say stuff like that.
Just show up. If you're nominated, show up.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not going to announce. I think the very first award we ever announced, the band didn't show up, and we looked like assholes. And that was when I went, if they're not here, they're not winning.
Yeah, that was the adjustment.
I'm not
from
mailing
year
any
one.
fucking
That's
awards
fair.
to anybody.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
have
was
to be
like,
there.
no way.
So what we do is, we tally up. The other thing is a lot of 50% of the people who vote for these awards, nobody knows.
Right. They're from
They're
out of the
New
area.
York, they're from California.
They're not connected to anything.
Yeah, so there's not nobody knows them except for me.
Right.
And again, I have no dog in the fight because I don't vote. They don't see anything until they get sent the examples of all their music.
Yep.
The other thing is realize that for every person that's nominated, I put about 2 to 3 hours of research into. So I research how many shows you've played that year that I can find online. I research your social media presence. I research examples of your music, videos of your live performances. Everything that I can find gets put into a package for 175 nominees that we had this year.
Yeah, that's a lot.
So I'm spending a year doing this research, 6 months doing the research, putting this all together, and then it gets sent to these people and they can judge from that, and they make their assessments from that.
Yeah, so it's not just names that they're just picking from. There's more to it than that.
Yep.
And the other thing I think we've already addressed is, people say award shows only divide people and stuff like that, which, having done NEPA Scene's Got Talent, I've gotten the same criticism. People are like, oh, well, you're putting them all against each other. They're all going to hate each other, and it really ruins the whole thing. And I'm like, well, have you gone? Well, no, but well, then go and check it out, and you'll find that actually
It brings everyone together.
It made a whole bunch of friendships. It made new events. It made new bands.
Yep.
We have 2 people who are getting married that met at our events.
Yeah. It's Katie,
So
right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's so cool to. I think it's the opposite of what people would think, that just because there's a contest part of it, that's like you said, kind of in the periphery. It's off to the side a little bit because the main thing is just getting everybody together and that sort of thing. And I it's the same reason why I do what I do.
And that's the same thing. I mean, I see shows that start getting booked a couple months after our the conference or the awards.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because you're they met at the awards and they had never probably talked to each other before that.
Right.
Or I love looking at Vinny's schedule because Vinny, the thing about if you're booked at the V spot, you're good.
Sure.
It's not Vinny's not just booking somebody. Vinny listens to every band or musician or DJ. Everything that goes in there is such high quality because he's really picky. And Vinny, there's people that Vinny never heard of that end up with booked, paid gigs because of that event. And he'll tell you flat out they were booked because they played during the award show or the conference or things like that. You know what I mean?
Right. So it leads to other things too.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
we've had the same thing when we there's artists that couldn't get booked, that couldn't get noticed, and then we feature them on the website, and all of a sudden they're getting those phone calls,
I
and
don't
those
see
doors
anyone
are
with,
open now.
A negative. I can't think of one negative thing that could really.
And that's how I look
Trying
at
not
it.
to.
Is
I mean, really,
the whole reason that I wanted NEPA Scene to get involved in the event is I think it's done nothing but good.
right.
I see nothing but benefits overall.
And people should be awarded for
Recognized
their
and-
accomplishments.
I think it's nice
So
to get
far,
that
it's
pat on the
alright.
back. Not everybody gets that, especially because some of this stuff, even if you're passionate about it, and I've had this feeling many times at the website. I'm like, nobody fucking cares. I should just fucking give up and whatever. And then somebody just pats you on the back and says, "Oh, I read that article. It was really good," or "Oh, I saw that. That was that
It's
podcast,
encouraging.
and I listened to it." And all of a sudden, it's like, okay, now I'm back. I'm fine. I'm good again. And I think sometimes people need that little extra push to say, all right, you've been grinding and grinding and grinding. Finally, here's some recognition
Yeah.
that you're doing something.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, well, obviously, I read your website. I could tell you right off the bat, Vine Street. I'm not as in tune to the Wilkes-Barre music scene as much as Scranton's just naturally, that's where I gravitate. And I had never heard of them before. I read your
That's
article.
all Brittany right
yeah,
there.
read the article, checked
They're
them
great
out.
dudes.
They're playing, and I love everything I've seen of them.
The funniest thing about that is, and I wasn't here for that one. I reached out to the lead singer. I forget his name.
Sean.
Sean played with a bunch of other younger kids because he's young himself. 2014, it was Fuzz at the time, did a open mic night at Grotto Pizza. His band was there. That was the first time he ever played an open mic night.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it was incredible.
That's cool.
The minute I saw them, I'm like, these guys, they played some Head and Heart songs. Like, it was
nice.
It was fucking awesome.
cool.
I'm like, these guys are gonna be something. And
They're
sure as
cool.
shit, like 4 years later, 3 years later, I didn't put the two and two together until after I watched the episode, and I'm like, fuck. I missed it, shit, and I'm like, holy shit, like, he's doing something now, which is really cool.
Yeah.
7 Degrees, a girl was in my studio today and booked me for her wedding next year. And when I asked her how she came across my work, she was recommended to me by Vine Street, or recommended.
Oh, see?
Yeah,
Nice.
they recommended me to her.
And it's all about paying it
Which is a
forward.
perfect example of just supporting other people and what they do and being encouraging and
Right, even if it's not in the same vein. Like, they're doing music, you're doing photography, but you can still help each other.
right.
And it was the same thing with our events. Like, comedians and musicians never really, I personally never saw them get together before that. And then all of a sudden, a lot of these people are like, hey, let's do shows together, half comedy and half music and stuff.
Yeah.
And you see these people even just coming out as fans supporting each other. Like, oh, I'm going to go to that bar Friday night because this person is doing comedy or this person's doing music.
Yeah.
That never would have talked or met otherwise. And to me, that's the best reward, out of the whole thing.
Yeah, it's
And
cool.
I'm sure you guys see that so much out of everything
Oh,
you've done.
absolutely. I mean, the biggest supporters of bands, especially in Scranton and Northeast PA, are other bands.
Yeah.
You have there's some really and to me they're like music scene people that I just know are in the scene, and they're the recognizable face that have been at shows. And
Sure.
I'm probably moving towards people are aging out of that for me now. But when I had my venue, there were kids that just hung out there like it was like a clubhouse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to this day, I'm Facebook friends with some of them and everything, and I just know them as the music kids, but
Right.
I feel like now there's not really a hangout, and Metro was the same way. There were Metro kids, and
Yep.
there's not really a hangout like that now, but there's definitely that Ray Meone kid. I don't know him
Yeah.
from anything, but I know he's a music kid.
Right.
I have so much respect for him, how much he loves music. When Putrefied Flesh did their reunion show 2 years ago, he sat with his ear against the back door of the V spot and listened to them because he was too young to get in and just wanted to and I don't know that he was ever old enough to see a real Putrefied Flesh show,
Right.
so he but he sat with his ear against the back door, and I was just man, I wish the laws were different and I could have got him in, but
Right.
unfortunately it's a smoking bar, so you have to be a certain age to get in. But yeah. But this is the one thing. Vinny wanted me to make sure that everybody knows there is no smoking at the V spot this weekend.
There you go.
I
That is good
just
news.
today I
Yeah.
saw one of the posters.
There
Yeah,
was
it's,
last year?
Nope.
No.
No,
No.
and it's only 3 nights a year. The V
It
spot
would
goes smokeless, and it's
be
for ours.
way too intense.
Oh my god, I would leave.
I would not. I
I'd
would.
burn my clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would have to. Yeah. So and Vinny does a great job of Febrezing and everything.
Doesn't feel too smoky in there, even when you're
No,
there.
it's
around.
not. He has
Yeah,
those things on the roof.
Yeah.
And everything. It's,
that's good.
but yeah,
that's good.
he that was
People
that
be
was one of the
outside
things
too.
I can
They
say
want
that
to
he wanted
smoke
me to say. Yeah.
Even when I did smoke cigarettes once in a while, when I was drinking, I would prefer to smoke outside. So I feel like people will be fine with that,
Yeah.
especially since you expanded the space.
I don't know. Do we have any comments that were
I've been
interesting?
answering
That's what I
everybody the whole show.
I know.
was
I know.
just gonna
Kenny's
look.
been.
I've been answering
I've
on
been seeing
there.
him
I
answering
think you're supposed to do that on here.
throughout the show.
I've been answering
Kenny's
them
been
the whole
responding
time.
personally, so he's been doing her job. for
You're
us.
on it.
What are we
I'm
drinking
watching
now?
live.
Kenny's
Not
just
that one.
watching the show.
I'm
He's
watching the
like-
show.
Yeah.
I'm not even here.
I gave
I'm
it
like
to
the guy at
Gerard.
the concert that's
Totally
like this.
checked out.
I'm the guy at the Nickelback concert.
Facebook Live in the
The
show.
wife goes, do something. I went like this to the camera. And I got I got a response
There's
that
a
said,
small delay.
ew. Love you, Peg. Thanks.
You dudes are awesome. That was a good one.
Yes, thank you.
Somebody
guys
said
for-
something about Steiger said something about a Vag Fest down there.
Whoa.
Hey, none of those. All right, Matt? Keep it clean here.
I think he
That's
meant
right.
Veg Fest.
I think so.
Typo.
So, with coming up this weekend, what are some of the highlights that people should be checking out?
Well, first of all, every local band
Yes.
is amazing.
I mean, so many people are playing.
support them. It's amazing.
So many great bands.
And I feel like when we get chances like this, I don't want anybody to think we're not like. I would love to just sit here and read the entire thing, but first of all, it makes for bad TV. And
Yep.
so like I like to point out a couple of the like regional and national bands that are coming through.
Sure.
That are really awesome. I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier. Apache Chief
Yep.
is great. He's played the Electric City Music Conference every year, and he's just been getting bigger and bigger. He's been doing shows with I don't know hip hop, so like but a ton of like big hip hop people. All
No,
throughout the
no
East
pun
Coast.
intended, because all I can think of is Apache Chief from Justice League.
Right, and that's what it's named after.
Yes.
But yeah, so he's great, and he's with this girl Cassidy, whose dad was in Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
So like that'll be a really cool. I think Leonard Skinner, a southern rock band, her dad was in. That was big. Maybe the Allman Brothers.
Did you just backtrack on Leonard Skinner, bro?
Yeah.
I think everybody knows who they are.
Yeah. No. I don't know if her dad was actually. in 'em.
Freebird!
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. Fuck the Freebird.
Yeah,
guy.
please don't be that guy this weekend.
Yeah.
Only if I'm on stage.
There will be one.
Oh,
Only if I'm on stage. You
there's
can see me
always-
legitimately just all the rage and my body's go, fuck you. Fuck the Freebird guy. I don't know why he's still alive. I don't know why he's still relevant. Sorry, I'm getting off course.
It's all right.
Let's talk about the bands.
Late Waves, I'm really excited for. They're incredible. Tara Tote, somebody, I think you read her off before. It's her second year playing. Like, they're awesome. They've been doing a ton of like charity work with cancer organizations, and she has like an amazing new music video out that she did with all proceeds go to the Children's Cancer Network. You got anybody?
Bear in the Woods.
Bear in the Woods,
big
coming
fan.
from Florida.
Coming up from Florida, that's
Natalie
Natalie. She used to
from
be in
Grace
Grace
Downfall.
Downfall. She's coming up.
Nice.
Yeah, they survived Irma. And,
They made it through Irma.
Yeah,
They're coming
yeah,
up.
right.
They're actually just riding a wave up.
Yeah, they're actually just riding Irma.
They're
got
boogie
sucked-
boarding on
They
their
got
way
sucked
up
up
the
and they're on
coast.
their way
She's
up.
coming up.
Nice.
She's excited, and she's got a lot of
Awesome.
people excited. She's gonna do a two-fer. She's gonna play Friday at Thursdays and Saturday at the V Spot. Behind the Grays releasing an EP.
Yeah, Behind
you know
the Grays
is a
release
that's
show.
even cool. You know that's cool too. You
Yeah.
know, you
Those
you
guys
gotta
are fun.
appreciate that. The kids from Black Tie Stereo. I call them kids. They're like 26. Kids
are
from Black
kids,
Tie
though.
Stereo have
Yeah,
like
they are kids.
in 2 weeks they got an album coming out.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they're
killing
fantastic.
it right
You
now.
know, those guys are. Used guys are fantastic.
Used
you know.
guys.
The rooms, like usually like we're like, oh man, that room's really good, or like that room's really good. Like the rooms are awesome this year.
Every
across
room is
the
good.
board.
You know, it's not like we
Like,
went ahead and
across the
went,
board.
well, we don't want those guys, so we'll put them there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like
Every
every room we
room's awesome.
went, okay, let's make this happen. Let's have a good night
Like,
everywhere.
The new Penny is insane this year. Is like absolutely insane, start to finish both nights. It's awesome. Levels is unbelievable. You know, and that's the other thing. Like I think some people get salty because they're like, well, I want to play at Levels. Well, I'm sorry, like Levels demographic doesn't want to hear death metal. It just some things don't work.
Yeah, you gotta
It needs
make
to
sense.
Sure.
Yeah, it has to make sense. So like the Levels room flows awesome. They have Nowhere Slow
The
there.
emo night.
Ciara, emo night's gonna be either like my greatest success or my biggest.
It's gonna be
failure.
awesome.
I'm not 100% sure where it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
or
it's a
disaster.
DJ kind of thing.
Kenny's gonna sing The Used.
Yeah, no, big
Okay.
shout out to my boy DJ Hirsch.
Hirsch,
We're
yeah.
good friends.
Are you? Because he's been texting me all night going,
My phone's
that fucking bozo.
She's mad about the couch she doesn't even know about.
I got a text from him that said this morning. That said, "Ken, look." No, but
I could like hear him.
yeah.
We're gonna hug so
Say
much in
that.
front tomorrow.
Shout out
Can't
Hirsch.
wait.
I mean, Hirsch puts up he's the official DJ of the Steamtown Music Awards. He comes out every year. He's done it every year since the first year. Hirsch has never heard an emo song in his life. Let's be honest. And he's doing an emo night with me. Like, we're gonna have a good time with that. He lets me use like a ton of really unflattering photos of him for our promo material. So like that happens too. And yeah, he's just a great guy. And all the rooms are awesome this year. And we should give everybody a shout out. Jen from the Keys is awesome every year. Yep. Peter from the Irish Wolf is great. Brian from the Bog, my boy, like he's one of my really good friends. Carol from the New Penny. We promised Carol this year we'd give her metal because she loves metal and hard rock, and she got it tenfold. Jim from Levels working with us to make it work. I mean, that's not an easy thing for all. This isn't an easy thing for all bars to participate in. Yep. So Levels participating is a big sign and a big handshake to music. The Backyard Ale House, like, Bill's awesome for being part of it. They don't have to do that. They don't have to be part of it. They're
they get
gonna
a huge
kill no
crowd
matter what. Yeah, and we're as far as like Bill's on Saturday doing the after party for the Susan B. Komen run, and we're providing the entertainment. We're doing an outside stage, and that's going to be awesome. So like we every year we've been able, thankfully, we had a hard time finding any charity that to really fit in this year, and this would have been the first year that we weren't able to do anything charity driven.
It's exciting to have Whiskey Dicks and stuff too.
Whiskey Dicks,
it's their first year on board. You got Thirsties on board.
Greg at Whiskey Dicks is awesome.
It's just the Vault. Steve.
The Vault,
back
Steve. Yep.
It's really cool to have these guys that would help us out. We're not packing their rooms with the death metal or all that. They got like mostly acoustic stuff, pop rock, but they're willing to have us, and anybody willing to have us, to have these bands, to give these bands a chance, to give us a chance, we're truly just grateful for it.
Yeah. You're taking a big step, and you're saying I'm going to allow people to play original music in my room tonight. That's a big thing.
On a weekend.
On a weekend.
The venues are going to get exposed to new people, and people who show up are going to get exposed to new people.
And I mean, you're looking at bands, like I said, Angelo from like London Forest. Well, he has like the Bone Flowers and does his other own thing. Like he's fantastic. He's another one that's unbelievably talented. You got, like I said, Black Tie Stereo. They're doing the pop punk thing, but their original music is fantastic. And it's just some of these bands just get stuck in that stigma of, I like their party dance rock, that they don't really get to go out and play their own stuff that they're passionate about. And it's really cool to have that on board this week and that weekend and this weekend for that,
And it's also even cool when bands that necessarily don't need us to get booked come and be part of it. You know what I mean? Like Sierra from Flaxie Morgan is playing. Like, and it's Flaxie Morgan is playing.
Like Nowhere Slow.
But they're playing. Nowhere Slow doesn't have to be part of it.
Rick Gillette does not need us. John Canjar does not need us. These guys are going to go and they're going to play acoustic.
Yeah.
And they're going to play the original music, and that's another fantastic band. They've been on top for 10 years now.
Yeah, even like stuff like Pave the Way.
Sorry. Sorry.
Pave the Way and some of the older bands that come to part of it, they don't have to. Hirsch could be booked every day of the year.
Right.
Like this is a weekend,
There's another one.
And it's in wedding season. You know what I mean? Like he could go make a bunch of money doing something instead of like playing Taking Back Sunday with me.
Speaking of which, he says, I don't know emo, I love Green Day.
It's not emo.
It's not emo at all.
No, it's not. I hope that's the joke.
Yeah. My thing is I'd love to get a band, like a couple of the older bands back together. Like I would love to have like
that would be really
lesson
cool.
one. I would, you know what I mean? Panacea, just one more time.
Yeah.
What will it take to get you to play the show?
Somebody wants to put something together in the next 2 days.
And that's kind of where we're at. I would
be
love
like age, if they can get younger, not married, no kids.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
A time machine.
I'm part of it.
Yes, that's
I'm
what
part
it
of
is.
that.
Yeah,
we'll do it at Liam's.
Yeah. We have our short list. We have our short list of bands. So if they're listening, we would love to have a Panacea reunion.
Oh man,
we would love
lesson
to have
one, man.
Yeah, we'd love to have a lesson one. We'd love to have a Can't Help It. We'd love to have
Melded.
Oh. Melded. I'd kill for a Melded.
I'll be selfish. Felix Sarko.
There you go.
I would do anything for Felix Starko. Felix Starko's last CD featured a peacock and the feathers were colored dildos.
Yes.
Yes, we need Felix Starko back. The Raining Toads.
What more do you need?
Let's do
The
hour
Raining
after.
Toads.
I need to hear
Excellent.
Candles.
Yeah,
one
hour
more
after.
time.
Hour after, yeah.
Yeah. Any of that stuff.
Just-
Gene Philbin says Lifer.
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 I would
We
love to
tried
have a
that.
lifer.
We tried hard for that.
He wants Peculiar Slurp Shop to be in there next year.
I don't know what that is, but I'm in.
He to be a venue, I assume, is what he.
Yeah, he's
Oh.
opened up
Because he is opening
Yes.
a venue in downtown Scranton.
Done.
A wonderful restaurant.
Let's get the 5%. I could talk
The
to you.
5%.
All the 5%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get kneeling on that.
Vibe line.
Who was what was it
The
before
entire
5%?
the entire town of Carbono would.
5% was
Collected now.
was it AJ?
Yeah, it was before.
Neil.
Before 5%, it was
Oh, I don't know that.
Matt Ralph, is that it? And Brian.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember.
Second yellow or yellow, something yellow. Fuck.
I don't know.
Can't think.
Whatever.
But yeah, there's just so many great bands. And
Plus
even if you wanna
3.
go- Plus 3, yes.
Let's do
Yeah.
this.
If you want to go in like hardcore music, like we would love to do any of that, like Aesthetic or Plague of Ruin.
Yeah.
We already did them, didn't we?
I
No,
think no, we didn't.
no, we did. And everything blurs together. But yeah, some of those old awesome hardcore bands, you know. Yeah, Plague of Ruin. I mean, we've done some cool reunions. I mean, we did our
Right.
one last night, and we did Terror on the Screen last year. The year before, we did some too, and it's just fun. But yeah, melded. We would do anything for a melded reunion. I think.
What do you got there?
Shout out Ed Kuzo.
This is the
Icy
Icy Light, right?
I'm excited for this.
Now,
Well, we just had that. What do you call it?
Yeah, what was that last one? I didn't get the scoop on that.
Yeah, we got to mention those.
Is that a red?
What's that?
The last one was some kind of like
I forget what the name was.
let
Irish
me pull it up.
Is that it was? Did you taste that one?
yeah, it was really
Yeah.
smooth.
It was.
Grandes Lagos, which is a golden lager with little
little
hibiscus
tiny
flowers,
taste of that.
little tartness
I've had that before.
in there, which was good. It's very subtle, but it's definitely good. And this is Iron City Light, which is from Pittsburgh.
All right.
This is actually getting really popular now. It's a 4.2,
It's
and Beer Boys has it for $1.25 mugs, $1.75 pints, or $5.75 for
This is a Darty
60-ounce
beer.
pitchers. They said it goes perfect with football. Which
Yeah.
I would think this is exactly the kind of beer you want.
For Darty.
Yeah.
Darty time.
Thank you for darting.
Darty time.
I fucking love
Darty
those
time.
guys.
Excellent.
You guys, it's cool because I listen to both. I listen to both.
Yeah.
PNT and all that.
Oh dear.
You guys from the same stuff.
Yeah.
I should-
I was
Be
like, where
careful.
are you going?
Yeah, much to my wife's chagrin, I am very influenced by Barstool Sports.
That's the one?
Those
That's
guys
the
have it,
show.
Oh, they
That's on
$100
ESPN
million
where it's kind
company.
of like a podcast,
It's not ESPN.
but they talk about more than
Oh.
just sports.
So
Is that what
they're-
I'm thinking of?
So they're no, they're like this internet company. Not that they need any
What am I
promotion from me
thinking of?
whatsoever, but they're a huge website. Like they have every single genre pretty much now that there is in podcasts. They have the top one. Like they just keep releasing it. They're taking over the world. The guy retweeted me once. Highlighted my
Saw
life.
that. That was pretty neat.
So what is the sports show that's on ESPN that's kind of cool and
The Dan Levitard show.
maybe there's like a really cool one that's like no, they're not in suits around
Dan
the
Levitard,
thing.
enemy of the Point After show. He attacked us 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
No.
What?
Yeah, he just posted our buddy Paul. That's on the podcast. He just posted his picture on
he didn't.
Twitter.
No, he didn't.
It said, "Go get him," and it was just like a ton of comments of them. Like, it was not like it's funny because like Paul had a Colgate University hat on. They're like, "Oh, big toothpaste guy, huh?" Like people were like, and then
Isn't
like,
the internet awesome?
yeah, the internet's wild.
Oh,
Especially
gosh.
Twitter is such a. There's so many weird places
I
in
gotta
Twitter
get
that you
back
can happen
into Twitter.
upon. Like, yeah,
never gotten to Twitter.
I
I don't
love
use
Twitter.
Twitter.
I would die without Twitter, I think.
I don't
and I
ever-
was
I'm not-
never into it until this podcast, and now I like love Twitter. And there's so many places like you fall into Twitter holes, and there's just like weird corners of Twitter that you should never end up in.
Can we talk
Fun
so you
fact,
can teach me how to use Twitter?
Twitter
I
is
don't
my
think I'm
new
using
name
it. I'm not using
since
it
I was a little
effectively.
baby.
Yeah, it's Twitter. It's my
My whole
So
favorite.
family
like
calls
Twitter,
it
if no
Twitter.
one says anything about me, I'm like, I'm not. Maybe it's selfish, but I'm not like.
I just don't know how to use
love
it.
Twitter.
I don't
You
think
can
I-
set fires on Twitter like with the easiest like.
Really?
You can just incite people like by not even trying. It's wild. I love Twitter.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things in the world. Yeah.
Well, and Gerard has an image that we can put up later with the band names and where they're at and all that kind of
Oh, that'd be
fun
awesome.
stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Gerard.
As we
Yeah, when we're done, yeah.
because
I have my
we definitely got we got to wrap up soon. Lucas Hex says he's been trying to get Aesthetic back for this conference for 2 years. Also, Melded seconded. Joe Craig says, "Hell yeah, Felix Sarko." Joe Craig, I'm wearing your shirt. I don't know if you you noticed that, but wanted to give a shout out to you as well. Now, as we wrap up, you have a little challenge for these guys.
I'm pretty pumped
Oh,
about
yeah.
this.
Okay.
I'm very pumped.
Well,
about
we're
Doesn't
gonna
involve an
pull
ice
it out.
bucket, does it?
No,
No,
it does
no,
not.
no, no.
All right, I'm in.
No,
No.
it's just your musical opinions.
Yeah, there's like, well,
Okay.
there's someone has a segment called this or that, I think. So we can't call it that.
Right.
But,
But
Call it
last
this or
week
that or
we had
that.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had two comedians on, and they were doing an 80s themed show, so we asked them to pick between two different 80s movies, and we had some fun with that.
I saw that. That was great.
I don't know nothing
So-
about the 80s. So.
so I have bands.
Okay.
So you got to pick one. Okay?
Whatever your opinion is,
I'm gonna
no,
start
no
off-
right or wrong.
I'm going to start off strong here with Creed or Nickelback.
Oh, God. Take them both.
Kill
You
myself.
can't take them both.
I'm taking them both, put them in my 5 CD changer, I'm driving home.
He can take both, and I'll take neither.
That's
So,
my Spotify playlist.
Take a bullet.
All right.
All right.
That actually works out
That'll-
perfect.
Yeah, I'll take them both.
Acceptable.
Take both.
This is why this works out.
You got to take
Yeah.
a bullet, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, because Ken completely understands everything I hate.
Yeah.
So it completely works.
All right. Jack's Mannequin or something corporate.
Something corporate.
Totally.
Jack's Mannequin, because my wife likes them. I don't know. I don't care.
So
for
it's the
them.
same guy,
Same
just
guy,
different.
yeah.
Okay.
Andrew McMahon.
Whatever.
Limp Bizkit or Linkin Park.
Linkin Park.
I take Limp Bizkit. I'm that guy.
Linkin Park.
I'm that guy.
But I
Take
mean,
Fred Durst.
Purple-
Rest in peace,
Purple
Chester.
Star-
But
Purple Starfish is amazing.
Can I play two?
I would take. I would take the one Significant Other over any Linkin Park album.
Yeah,
For
I'd
me,
take
you know.
I'd take Limp Bizkit too. I think. Incubus or Hoobastank.
Ugh,
Incubus.
Incubus.
Yeah, that was a gimme.
Thanks.
Yeah, the layup.
The first one's a gimme for me. Huh?
Christina Aguilera or Lady Gaga.
Aguilera.
I'd take Lady
They're both
Gaga.
really talented.
No, I'd take Lady
yeah,
Gaga.
actually,
She would
Lady
I
play
remember
piano.
being 16 years old and Christina Aguilera was. oof.
But
Gaga has
I w-
put out rock songs.
I
so
would
I'll
take
go for it.
Gaga any day because I remember watching her early videos when she was just Stephanie Germanata and she was playing the piano and she's doing her thing and she didn't need the. She always had the antics and then the face paint and all the other weird stuff like strapping meat on her came out. But I mean
Gaga.
like
I have no problem with that.
That was a good one.
Rage Against the Machine or Primus.
Rage.
Rage.
Say Anything or Bayside.
Bayside.
Say anything.
Never heard a music song from any of them.
I know. I'm actually not supposed to be playing, but I
Sorry.
can't resist.
Huge. Oh, that's right.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
go for
love
That's like the
Bayside.
Nickelback Creed
So-
thing. Like, oh.
I love, both
I love
bands. I don't know. I
Bayside.
don't think I could. I
Yeah.
picked
I
bands
did.
that I probably couldn't choose between.
Yeah,
That's why
I did Bayside
it's
at
fun.
Tinks, and we took Anthony, the lead singer, to the Thai restaurant on the corner for his birthday.
Okay.
And on your birthday, they turn the lights out
Yeah,
and the
the
ceiling
disco
opens
ball.
and they
Disco
like drop
ball,
a
yeah.
disco ball.
Yeah.
And he said that was the top 3 moments of his life.
Oh my god.
Getting signed to Victory Records, the birth of his son, and then that
Wow.
was like. But
Wow.
I love Max Bemis
Yeah.
unhealthily, so yeah, say anything.
Taylor Swift or Katy Perry.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, just
Even though
because
her new song is junk.
it's trash. Yeah.
garbage.
It's
junk,
so
man.
bad.
That's
I
right,
haven't
said
heard
Fred. I
Such
don't give a shit
shit.
what anybody says.
Pro-
That chorus
They
is
got,
not
they
too
got
sexy.
credits for it, I think.
Katy Perry came up in that like weird emo pop punk scene. Like that's where she broke. She did Warped Tour, and that's where she kind of broke.
Yeah.
But like that was the summer I like was at Warped Tour and stuff, and we met her, and she wasn't. She was kind
I
of
prefer.
She's more of like a kid's song.
Well, I prefer like old Katy
Well, I
Perry
res-
as opposed to this
yeah.
swish, swish, bish.
She
shit.
does like her
Yeah.
music
I'll curse.
videos are for like little
Instead of
kids.
saying
Yeah.
say
I
bitch,
watched-
just say bitch. Like,
Did you guys get Viceland up here? That channel?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you see? Have you ever seen the Therapist?
No.
That show. So it's like this therapist that sits down with like stars and like does a therapy session, and she did it, and it was like really insightful to like the psyche of like somebody that's thrown into being a pop star too young and when they're not ready for it to like listen to it. So I kind of respect Katy Perry too, but yeah, I guess Taylor Swift. My wife likes her.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tupac or Biggie.
Pac.
I'd probably go. I mean, Biggie had the catchy songs. I mean, Tupac had great songs that were meaningful, but I mean, like, you're not going to beat Hypnotized. That's all. It was a jam, man.
Biggie's the man.
That was the
Both
shit.
of the movies suck.
Both of them are awesome.
Oh, both movies. Get Rich or Die Trying when it comes to movies all day. 50 Cent.
Blink 182 or Angels and Airwaves.
Blink 182.
Blank.
Blink with
I love Angels though.
Yeah, I love Angel Airways too. But even Blink with Matt Skillet.
No, don't even say it.
Oh, I saw it last summer.
I
It's great.
didn't
No,
see
it was
it. Were you
fucking
there?
terrible.
It's great.
It was terrible.
You have two people that can sing. Finally,
Don't go to the conference because this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
I would love to see. I would love to
Huge
see
Blink guy. I've seen him a million
I
times.
I want to
love
see
Blink.
them do
Skillet
Alkaline
can
Trio
sing.
songs.
I love Blink.
Alkaline Trio's getting back
I
together.
love Blink.
I'm
I
obsessed
love
with Alkaline Trio.
Alkaline Trio.
For
Finally, right?
what's
Oh.
that?
Finally.
Yeah,
We
they're
did the
they're doing.
Family
They're
Animals
opening
played them.
for.
Yeah.
For
That
the
was awesome.
masquerade party. I should do that again.
He's getting back together. Oh, the Misfits. Alkaline Trio's opening the Misfits LA
Oh,
show.
no shit. I
That
didn't
should
know
be
that.
pretty wild.
But I love Blink. I love Alkaline Trio. I hate Blink with Matt Skeep. That show at Montage last summer was fucking terrible.
I do love
We
Tom.
should have went to Hershey. They're great.
They're probably terrible there too.
It was raining, but they sounded good.
Seether or Breaking Benjamin?
Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad.
Oh. New Ben or old Ben? Going with Aaron or the other Aaron?
This is like. I
As far as the
live
people go
that.
from Breaking Benjamin, I love both their music.
Yeah.
I had the great
Right.
opportunity to open for Seether at the Sherman Theater last year, and it was one of the highlights of my music career by far. We sold out theater. Sean Morgan after the show sat down, had beers with us, bought us shots, and it was just fucking
That's
cool.
I did that on purpose.
You know what I mean?
that-
I wanted to pit your
as far as
your
it
life
goes,
experience
as
with
far yeah,
NEPA.
you know, as far as it goes when it comes to music, I love both of them. I'd probably play both of them. It's a Nickelback Creed thing. I mean, don't tell them that I said that. I mean, they'd probably be upset that I compared them to those two. But like, you know, but honestly, I would see there as far as it goes for hanging out. Both bands. I've had no problems with Ben Burnley. I have no, you know, Aaron Brock is. There's no person in this area I believe that deserves that more.
Absolutely.
I love Aaron Brock. He's been hustling for fucking 25
Ever,
years.
yeah.
And Aaron is just a good guy. I texted him before. I told him happy anniversary. He said thank you. You know what I mean? Happy anniversary.
21-year-old daughter. I was
Right?
Like, holy fuck, dude!
Yeah.
Where
you
did
know?
the time go?
But as far as it goes, I love both their music, and they've both been very influential on what I've done. So I'm not gonna.
I love Breaking Benjamin. I could never sit through a
Yeah.
Seether song.
I love Seether.
I never make it to.
But that's the thing. Like as far
I
as it
love
goes,
Seether
like
too. I love both of them.
yeah, early Seether. I mean, like when it just turning on Mad in 2003, fucking there it was. That's where it hooked me.
All right, a few more. Rolling Stones or Led Zeppelin?
Zeppelin.
Stones.
Your opinion doesn't matter.
I like just keep saying quietly, like I just.
Yeah, I mean I love the
I
Stones,
can't
Stones
resist.
too, but that's a tough
You
one.
have to. We're in sure.
Yeah. Imagine if you said the Stones.
Stones.
Just wearing it for.
I went to Hot Topic before we got here.
Carly Rae Jepsen or Miley Cyrus?
Carly Rae,
Jepsen.
all day,
Forever.
yo, all day.
Yeah.
Get up here, Carly Rae. She has no excuse though. She's
Yeah.
30 years old, right? Shitty pop songs. Carly Rae, get your shit together.
Love Call Me Maybe.
Call Me Maybe came out when she
That
was
was great,
26.
but
A
ever since then,
15-year-old
she's
could
gonna
have
be
did
She's
that.
gonna be a one-hit wonder. That's
Oh,
it.
she's got
done.
it.
kidding me?
I used to like.
I really like you. I love that song.
I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, that's
Okay,
right.
yeah, that's
Right,
okay.
that's-
too. All right, but
I used
Catchy.
to.
So catchy. I don't care.
Whenever Call Me Maybe would come on, I would like videotape.
Yeah, I will high five Joe forever to
Yeah,
Carly Rae.
I would.
all
I would
day.
videotape the like car radio and send videos of it.
I remember
Just
when
playing
that
the
song came out, me, Steiger would be at like Whistles or some
Yeah.
shit or the Stone Elephant, and every time it came
They
out,
were
I'm like,
both
oh my
close
god! Fangirling Carly Rae
Yeah.
all day. Carly Rae, if you're listening, we love your music. Not
Yeah.
Johnny Popko, though. He fucking hates you.
I love Miley Cyrus. man.
I like Miley too.
I love Miley Cyrus.
Miley might
I
be
don't know
like.
why.
She's just
Miley's
punk
had
as
a better
fuck.
career. Yeah, she's had
She's
a better
punk as
career.
fuck.
Yeah, she's
But
something.
that's Billy Ray.
She
He's
really
got that.
is. Like she does not give.
All right, last three. It's kind of a tribute. David Bowie or Prince?
Bowie.
Prince.
That's a terrible
I'd take
question to put
Prince.
somebody in
I
that
don't
position.
know.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
Which is the
Bowie.
point.
I'm gonna go
Same.
Bowie,
I'll go
but I mean,
Prince.
To be total
I love
assholes.
Prince's whole catalog too.
Yeah, they're both fantastic.
STP or Velvet Revolver?
STP.
Soundgarden or Audioslave?
Oh, love Audio Slave.
It's tough. Yeah.
I do. I love Soundgarden too.
I like
I mean,
Audio
my
Slave.
first,
I'm gonna go Soundgarden,
my first.
but-
Soundgarden or Savage
I go back
Garden?
to my first like memories.
I'll
my
take Savage
first,
Garden over everything.
my
Yeah,
first
man.
memories of like MTV is like Black Hole Sun and the doll burning, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? 8 years old, freaking the fuck out. And then the next video would be like Jeremy, and he'd be staring at the camera weird. You're like, this is great. But yeah, I mean, all that music was fantastic.
It was okay.
Did I dodge enough questions?
okay.
Did I do okay?
Anything over Pearl Jam.
I
I
think-
hate Pearl Jam.
I think we did well on that.
But I like the Lost Dogs.
I, like
I
Lost
purposely
Dogs.
tried
They
to
did well.
pit, make them difficult.
Yeah. No, those last three were tough. They were tough. So
That
let's
Nickelback
let's flip it
Creed
on you
question
guys
was
then.
tough.
since you're a PMT guy, Mount Rushmore of local bands.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
See, this is how you flip. This is you bring it back. That's what they say in the biz.
Well, it's funny because ever since I started that shameless plug, the Alt Native show.
Oh yeah, maybe this
I
is. You can't do this.
Well, not just that, but like it was like I'm familiar with a lot of local bands, but I was introduced to so much more. I'm like, holy shit! Like this is
It's wild, right?
really good stuff. I couldn't do it.
You can go back as far as you want.
Back as far as I want.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well, that's easy then.
You're on a Lesson 1 CD cover.
I'm on a lesson. Lesson 1, Panacea.
Oh, Spit Can.
Spit Can.
Let's go. Get
absolutely.
Spit Can back together.
Yeah.
Syphilis?
Those guys.
Yeah.
Syphilis, doesn't matter what you call them. As long as they
Yeah,
come
one
out
more.
East Coast pissed off, your best
Shat.
motherfucker.
Fuck, one more.
Menzingers. I know you're a big Menzingers.
I am, but I'm going back to like
Oh, you're going
old
back
shit.
to old,
Plus
old
3.
stuff.
Fuck
Plus
it.
3, okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
That's too hard.
Okay.
Lifer. I would love to see Lifer.
Lifer.
I saw like,
Awesome.
I saw like boobs in that release line outside Gallery of Sound. Just girls going like this to get up to the
Yeah.
front. So this is fucking.
And you were like, no, get behind me.
I don't like boobs.
You put those away, whore girl. I'm getting my
No, it was
autograph.
Freddie. Freddie's like, who wants to get
He saw Freddie's
who
boobs.
wants to get to the front? Show us your tits.
Oh, I thought you meant it was Freddie showing his boobs.
No, he was already in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was,
Freddie's another one. He's always been so good for the
oh,
scene.
Freddie's great, and Freddie's awesome to us too. Like, there's certain people that if they buy in, it helps a lot. You know, like
Sure.
we've been around, but we're not Freddie. We're not Brett Alexander. We're not. I mean, that like to me, like chill, like the chills feeling, and like the most respect that I ever felt was the article that Brett Alexander wrote last year after the show.
When he
That
posted that last year, that
Oh,
was
God,
like
that meant more than anything like we could have ever done. Like that
Now,
was
now, Brett, I'm gonna look in the camera if you're listening. We're gonna drink all the whiskey tomorrow.
all of it.
I'm gonna get you the Maker's Mark, and you're gonna drink it.
you better get there early.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
But yeah, that and
Funny thing is, that camera's on.
That don't matter.
yeah.
Because that would have been funny.
Thanks, Gerard.
But yeah, that meant more to me
Yeah.
than I mean, and just like, and to the point where I like, we're so busy that night that I didn't have the moment to appreciate that. Like he said, there was like in the corner of the V Spot bar.
That was the moment I had.
Yeah.
That was the moment I had. I looked over in the fucking corner of a show that we put together, and I saw Nick Hoyle, Aaron Fink, Brett Alexander, and Dustin, and Eddie Epnell, and just looked over and went, "Holy fuck, that's cool."
Yeah,
You know, because you
Yeah.
know.
and Alan Stout.
Eddie wrote one of my favorite. Eddie Epnell wrote one of my favorite Fat White Dog. That's one of my favorite Mere Mortals local songs ever. I love that song, and to see those guys just sitting, chilling, drinking, it was like, wow,
Yeah,
this is really fucking cool. You know?
yeah, that was my like aha moment.
Yeah, I did okay.
You know,
Like that.
yeah,
That was all I
like-
thought was, you know what?
If these guys,
We
if
did
those
okay.
guys are signing off on what we're doing, in the point of even just coming and supporting it, like
Yeah.
Brett's been at every single one.
Yep.
Nick's been at a couple of them. Alan Stout's been at every single one. You know, like Dustin's been at every one. You know,
Yeah.
and Aaron, Aaron's been at almost every one. So like to have those guys there, that's just like, all right, well,
Dustin has a
Maybe.
new album coming out, or he had a new album come out.
Just came out, yeah.
you know, yeah.
Let's talk about Smooth on a guitar.
Yeah, I've been
just
trying
on
to
the
like.
stage, man.
I've been
So
begging
good.
him, Dustin. I'm still begging you to send your music to me for the alt native show.
Well,
so.
he wants to be on the podcast, so you might be able to ask him in person pretty soon.
I just saw him like last week. I gave him both emails. I said, "Here, Dustin, write it down." All right, bro. I'll put it in my phone. Put it in his phone. Nothing.
Well, you can shake it out of him.
Yeah, he'll be
right
there
away if
Thursday.
you
He was texting me on the way, like right as I was driving up. So
want. Cool.
he's excited. But yeah, so that's kind of when it kind of came together for us. I was just,
We could talk like for 3 hours.
We could
Yeah,
we
exactly.
could definitely go
This
on.
is
This
this
probably-
is
has been the
dangerous.
best one, yeah.
This is the longest one we've done, and
Well.
we still have a good amount of people that are listening and tuning in. So thank you for hanging out with us this whole time, and thank you to you guys for doing this.
Thank you guys so
Because
much for having us. You know what I mean?
I know you guys probably are the last people who are getting the pat on the back, but you should be. You
No,
should.
I don't want it.
You're
Thank you
rewarding everybody else.
for all your support.
Yeah,
man.
you know,
I mean,
without you guys and
that
without
guy that
like
you put together is unbelievable.
today, without like PA Live and without going on KRZE and without like you guys, like that's just so many more outlets. You know what I mean? And you guys do good things for us, and all three of you do good things, and all four. You know, Gerard's drinking his beers in there. But I mean, like, all four of you do good things, and we truly appreciate it. And there's so many other people that have helped out to help us, and it means a lot.
We
you
do
know,
need
it
to
does, it
thank
means a
real
lot.
quick our little nod to Gerard in there, our sponsor this year. I had I name dropped Gerard to lock that sponsor in.
Did you?
Backbreakers training gym.
Yes.
The wrestling training gym in Scranton. As soon as I said I knew Lucas Hex and Gerard, he was like, "Oh, okay." You know, that was kind of like the turning point.
That was
I
it.
sat had dinner with
Yeah.
Justin today, and he's just chill.
Great dude, right? Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
awesome.
yeah, and then you know and this is thanks to you because you wrote that article about Machine Gun Deli.
Yeah.
And through that, I mean, we know Jay, but I'm not up here, so I just never thought to even know about it. We got to talking about that, and they're sponsoring the awards.
Oh, great.
And then Roll Call, which is right next to them, they're the co-sponsors of the awards.
Nice.
And Machine Guns providing food for the conference and stuff on
Oh,
Saturday.
that's
so,
great.
yeah,
Their
it's pretty
food's
cool.
amazing.
Cool.
It's really, really great.
Yeah, so everybody come to the
So
conference.
yet
What about
another
Kaiser
reason
Ave?
to come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're,
Jelly?
I forget what it is during the day as well. There's also
Shooting range.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like in the front of a shooting range.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like pretty cool.
Which I guess
Yeah.
makes sense with the name, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's-
Yeah. So it's a play off that. But yeah. So yeah, we have to thank them because without, I mean, they're basically like, hey, you know, Amanda and Joe can pay their mortgage this month and still put on the Electric City Music Conference, you know.
Right.
And Kenny and all of us can still, you know, eat our ramen.
Girls are gonna eat.
Yeah, exactly. Weed us.
Weed us.
Daddy's getting you a kid's meal.
4-piece chicken nugget. Don't
Not
go.
a big, not a big kid's meal.
You're not getting that Go-Gurt. Calm your shit.
You're getting Oh man, that was funny.
So please come out this weekend. Tomorrow night is the Steamtown Music Awards. We're doing the red carpet interviews. We're going to be live streaming, so if you can't make it or if you're just that fucking lazy, you can watch it on Facebook from 6 to about 7:30 or so, 7:20.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I got distracted. This was the red carpet for the first Steamtown Music Awards. It's black. It was the black carpet. This
Yes.
was it. This is the carpet that was there. I looked down right as you said that, and I was
That's
like,
funny.
flashback. Yeah.
And you guys will be there as well. So so it's not just going to be me. You don't have to look at my ugly bald head the whole time. These folks are going to be doing interviews as well. So we'll be doing that. We're going right into the whole night, which has a lot of cool highlights that we talked about. And then Friday and Saturday, there's so many different things going on, 11 different venues, plus the panel discussions as well. I'll be doing one of those later on in the day at the AFA Gallery. Those are going on from 11 a.m. till about 4:30, I believe.
The last one's ends at like 3:45.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have a couple spots left in the mentoring sessions. So if any bands want to sign up for that, like literally, like I cannot stress enough that like this is the biggest opportunity that a local band could have to sit down with Eva from Fada Booking Agency, two of the guys that owned Word Is Bond, Christian from Mercenary. Like these guys like manage like the Acacia Strain and like huge bands, and they're gonna be sitting there allowing you to have a face to face with them. Like sign up, it's free.
Right.
Like, there's 12 spots left. If you're out there, sign up. You don't have to be playing. It's just free to anybody that wants to sign up. So do that if you can.
So if you're one of those people that complains that there's no opportunities in northeastern Pennsylvania, there's one right here.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just show up. It's right in downtown Scranton.
Yep.
So definitely check that out. And we'll be around all weekend. We'll be, updating on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram with all kinds of bands that are going on all weekend. So you're going to get tons of coverage from us. Keith Perks will be shooting photos all weekend. So it's going to be a good time.
I might suit up for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
That'll be nice. You look sharp.
I'll be wearing the same thing.
Kenny's wearing his
Going to
new,
bed in it, waking up. What's up?
buying his new.
I might come right from work too, so that might be another reason.
Ken just got a new
Oh, my fedora.
New beanie?
Oh.
One fedora per crew.
one fedora. You got a new
One
fedora,
fedora
and,
per crew.
a baseball
Dustin?
T-shirt at Boss House.
What's up, Dustin? What's up, Trav?
Sometimes I can't help it.
He's so much
Yeah.
cuter than me. I take it off.
Yeah, he
I think
trumps
Cora's getting antsy.
Yeah.
So thank you so
Cora's
much
going
for,
nuts.
for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow. We're going to see you all weekend, and then we'll be back here next Wednesday. So thank you very much. And and please check
Jason,
out
thanks.
NEPA Scene Rising Talent, which is coming to the V Spot that we've been plugging all day. Starting on Tuesday and running right through December 5th. Every single Tuesday is a really cool open mic with a talent contest as well. So you could just show up and do your thing and get paid $50 just for showing up if you win the audience vote. And then we're going to have a final showcase on December 19th, I believe. It's another Tuesday. And give away a grand prize, which is $250 cash. Staycation prize package from Samuel Adams and LT Verastro, and some recording time at SI Studios in Old Forge, which is where Aaron Fink records.
Yep.
So it'd be really cool, a lot of fun, and we're going to try and keep that whole community thing that you guys are building going. So thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.